Okay, so now we're going to talk about hot wallets specifically. We're going to give some examples of different hot wallets that you may or may not want to try out. There are some that I've found to be better than others. Some are more multifunctional than others. Some have built-in token swaps. Some are multi-chain wallets that, basically they support a variety of different blockchains and are, there's a lot. So we're gonna start with three primary ones for me, ultimately, that I've kind of grown to like over the years. The very first one, actually, let's get to the easiest one, which is MetaMask. Now, I'm gonna say up front, I don't particularly like MetaMask. Though it is easiest to use, it's one of the easier wallets. It is a browser-based hot wallet. There's a lot of functionality to it, but since Ethereum 2.0 merged, there's some other issues associated with it that I won't necessarily get in right now. That's not vital. But ultimately, it's a plugin that you download for your browser, and then it will operate from within your browser. And I will show you setting those up. I will show you setting these up in individual videos. But for now, I'm just going to go over what's available. There are a lot of different platforms like DeFi applications. There are a lot of different things that ultimately plug into your MetaMask with your permission. You have to click approve on these transactions and things. However, there's a lot of scammy stuff associated with these wallets, not from the wallets themselves, but with the way scammers and hackers can get access to these hot wallets. Because by clicking some different links that you might find either through phishing or otherwise, it could potentially open up ports and vulnerabilities in some of these things. And typically, MetaMask being one of the biggest ERC20 wallets out there, especially the biggest hot wallet out there, they're always working on patching things. Another thing that you want to look for when you're looking for these wallets is that you want to make sure you're getting the right address, and you never, ever, ever want to click ads. Like if you Google, crypto hot wallet and you see an ad for MetaMask, you don't click those because generally those are hack. Those are, and Google, Facebook, YouTube, they're all super slow at removing bad stuff. I should say, if it's political, they'll get rid of it immediately. But if it's like a hack or if it's, something that's nefarious and affecting a lot of users, tens of thousands of users and stealing their money, it could be a while until anybody lifts a finger. I don't know why it's the case, but we've found that. That's why they just stopped. At one point, they started making it really difficult to even buy advertising, and that's a whole other topic. But to be on point here, MetaMask is a good wallet, but it is definitely something you want to be very careful when you use. And that is primarily for Ethereum. And there are other blockchains like Binance Smart Chain and things like that will function on MetaMask, but it gets a little more technical. And that's not something we're going to go over right now because I don't see you using any of that in the short term. Now, this is Nami wallet, which is for Cardano specifically. It's very, very similar to MetaMask, but it's for the Cardano blockchain and the Cardano ecosystem. I use Nami for like play funds and things that I'm experimenting with. Definitely not my main wallet at all. I won't even say everything that I do for the main bulk of my stuff, but it's definitely not Nami. But it is a good wallet and it makes things easy and it basically functions in very much the same way as MetaMask. Now, for you, I would probably guess that Exodus may very well be one of the easiest wallets with the most functionality, and one that supports multiple blockchains. So manage and exchange 255 plus cryptos and NFTs on your web browser, mobile desktop, and hardware wallets. Get Exodus now. There's so much functionality associated with Exodus. It is absolutely a beautiful interface. It is probably my favorite multi-chain hot wallet out there. And again, if you were using something like Exodus and you put it on a computer that's not connected 24/7 to the internet, then it can act kind of like a cold storage wallet. You just don't want to be putting these wallets on any computer you're actively, regularly using, because vulnerabilities can pop up, and you don't want to, you don't want to find out later that you made a boo-boo somewhere, and the next time you check your wallets, they've all been drained and you're not sure why. That does happen. Okay. So be completely warned here. But this functions Binance Smart Chain, Cardano, a lot, Stellar Lumens, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Monero for privacy coins. Basically the biggest projects out there will function with Exodus. I would probably suggest setting up your Exodus wallet before much else. That way you have something that's easy to understand with a really easy to use interface. And because of how easy the user interface is to work with, it'll start helping you make sense of some of the lesser pretty or user intuitive wallets out there, because you'll have a better understanding as to what's what. That's just my humble opinion. But you can also download this on a mobile phone. There's a browser extension. Basically everything a lot of these other wallets have, you can do with Exodus as well. Just make sure you back up your seed phrases for everything that you do. Make sure you keep them safe. If you're writing stuff down, don't keep anything wet or liquid around any of it. And then you should be pretty good. But these are the three main ones. Now, there are other wallets that are, you can look up top lists and things like that for some of these wallets. I don't use wallets that I do not see have a long history of being successful and invulnerable to hacks. So just because somebody says, oh, check out this wallet, this is really cool, it's the latest and greatest, I'm not touching it until it's basically proven itself over time, because I don't want to get in at the front of a new trend or some new wallet and there are a bunch of vulnerabilities that haven't been patched out yet. So be very weary of stuff like that. A lot of hot lists, top list things, you never really know. You definitely always want to be safe. You don't want to take unnecessary risks. So, and one of the other things that I'll leave you with is Coinbase wallet's probably pretty good and potentially secure, but again, it's all tied to an exchange directly, which you don't necessarily want. I always tell people you don't use exchanges as a wallet. You use exchanges like a public restroom. You go in, you do your business, and then you get out. You don't leave anything important there, just what you don't want. So be that as it may. So yeah, there are a lot of good opportunities out there. There's a lot of good software, but one tip I would say is check Reddit. If you're an internet sleuth at all, and go to reddit.com, join the community for whatever blockchain you're most interested in getting involved with or whatever wallet, and look at the feedback. What is the public saying? What's the latest news? What's the latest going on? This is something I would implore you to spend a little time with and make sure you're downloading something that's safe. You're not just using random links thrown around the internet. You're just using Reddit to maybe get a little understanding as to, what is the current sentiment of the particular wallet you're interested in. And in the next couple lectures, I'm going to show you guys how to actively set up some of these wallets, what steps you need to take, and really just how easy it is. So we'll get to that in just a moment.